Would you guys like him to come back?
What are you guys going to say?
No. I don't know, they can turn on you very quickly. The people have spoken, the people have spoken. And of course we have a microphone right there, guys, so you can hop up in line, get ready with your questions. But I have just a couple to start with. I'm such a big fan of the film Glory, and I know that you're like a real history buff, and you're also a person, an actor that really researches roles and really gets into it. Was there any pressure for you going into that kind of movie, that kind of script, because it has such significance, it has such historic significance? Was there pressure for you stepping into that role?
I actually don't feel pressure when I get offered a part or a script to read, because especially if it's historical in value. History was the only subject I was any good at school, and I think that's why. No, really, because for me it was sitting there and listening to teachers tell me stories, and reading books and getting into it, and so when I was offered Glory, I met with the screenwriter, a wonderful guy called Kevin Jarre, who's sadly no longer with us, and he is the stepson, or he was the stepson of Maurice Jarre, who you may or may not know composed the music for Lawrence of Arabia. And so he grew up in a household that was filled with history as well. So when we met, we had a kinship instantly, because I grew up in a household filled with history, and he grew up in a household filled with history. And so we hit it off right away. And he said to me, oh, you got to go to the Horton Mifflin Library in Boston, because there you'll find all of Colonel Shaw's letters that he wrote home. I think he wrote home like twice a day or something like that. And so they're all there in the archives. And so I flew to Boston, and I called the library. They were very sweet. They said, yes, of course, Mr. Rose, come on down, which was very nice of them. And they gave me white gloves, and I sat for 2 days reading all these letters, and it was fantastic to really sit there and just soak up the history of the real experience that Shaw had with the 54th. And I had no idea about the Massachusetts 54th Regiment before. And so when I met Kevin, I'm like, how did you find the story? He goes, that's what I love to do, is find stories that nobody knows about and write about them. So it was a thrill, and we had a fabulous cast, boy. I mean, Denzel, Morgan, and Matthew. And we shot it in Georgia. Most of it was in Georgia, some of it in Paris Island, some of it in North Carolina. So we were moving around a bit. It was hard only because we were in thick Civil War, wool outfits in the summer in Georgia, and I don't recommend that. We had all these wonderful reenactors too that we hired, and these guys are great. Are there any reenactors here today? Woo! There you go. God bless you guys. So if you ever meet a reenactor, they're fabulous folks. These guys are real historians because they live history, and they get decked out in full Civil War uniforms, and their wives get decked out in period costumes, and they go and live on the set. Like if we picked a field to pretend to be Gettysburg, and they went and lived. They didn't want hotel rooms. They all bivouacked in little tents, And these guys, have cookouts at night, and they all had period. If they wanted to wear glasses, they had period glasses. And so one night I went down there and hung out with them all, and they would take out photographs of their family that were period photographs, and they were really into it, which was so much fun, to be around folks who were as dedicated as we were. So yeah, it was a thrill.
I mean, they are method actors.
They're totally method actors.
Yeah, they all went to the Strasberg School, right? Let's go ahead and throw it to an audience question. We have one, right up front.
Hi.